no matter how good your intentions are, you are really going to face all these challenges. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Aliko, to everybody, because you are the one making the news. So, and you are at the center of everybody's attention. So, any little thing you do can be, even be it small or big and all that, people tend to want to magnify it and all of that. So, you will get that. It's something that you have to prepare for as a business owner or as anybody that as long as you're doing something great. So you are going to face that. That is going to come natural, because the more you grow, the more you are going to face things like that. And we've seen several examples from Rockefeller to, there's no, but now social media makes you travel faster. And everybody shares their opinion online, either good, bad, ugly, and all of that. And you have to learn to deal with everybody's madness. So, but the most important thing is the reason why you start in the first place. Because, it wasn't because of, probably you got enough motivation that got you started. Because even sharing your business idea from when you're starting, you're not really going to get a lot of motivation. You're not going to get a lot of yes. You're not going to get a lot of. But entrepreneurs are wired to go against all these storms and all that. That's what makes you tick. That's what builds capacity in you, and that is even part of your motivation. That's what gives you strength. Because you are, and in all of that, you have to remain focused. You have to know the reason why you start in the first place. You have to keep going, and that's the way I see it. Because either you are good, you are bad. People are always going to perceive something that you can imagine you being a Nigerian president. No matter how effective your policies are, no matter how some are going to. So imagine if the Nigerian president wakes up, even any president in the world, even Biden is not, gets criticized every now and then. So imagine you wake up every time and then you go on social media to want to read what they are saying about your government. So, but why I'm worried is, why I get worried sometimes is for the coming generation, because my generation and we kind of have, mental toughness. But the suicide of the future, the depression of the future will be caused by social media, where people need validation from social media followers. That is, if you don't get likes on your post, you're worried. If you don't get people following you, you're worried. If somebody decides to body shame you, you're worried. I grew up in a school where they will throw everything at you. From your very first day in the school, they give you a nickname. And the nickname they will give you will be that nickname that is based on something that is not based on, might even be something that has to do with your body. I stammer, for instance, and I can't share my nickname, but it was so. You have to keep going. You have to keep going. Yeah.
Talking about that, you mentioned about people having opinions. When you see people talk about you like that on social media as a businessman, and definitely they are bashing something that you are so passionate, do you feel the need to respond, or do you just allow people to think what they think?
No, the pig enjoys the mud. So if you get in that kind of conversation, the pig is enjoying it, but you are not enjoying it, because the mud is a natural habitat for them where they get to, but so you can't respond to all these things. So imagine the commander-in-chief respond to everybody. So you say, oh, this, and then you begin to, that's extremely distracting from your assignment. So you keep doing what you're doing. There's no, there's no business in the world that has not been criticized. There's no entrepreneur in the world that has not been criticized. You can only, if you have not been criticized, then if you're not being criticized, then you're not doing anything great. But there's nobody that is doing anything great that has not been criticized, either good or bad. It comes with it naturally, because not everybody would see the details of what you're doing. Not everybody will see not everybody will see your impact. Not everybody will see your intentions. Not everybody will see your, back then, if you want to take anybody's job, you have to work more than that person to be able to take that person's job. But now, if you want to take another person's job, just look for something terrible that person has done and put it on social media. It takes the person off the job and it takes. So it's no longer based on competence, but it's also based on, some of these things. But you have to have mental toughness, thick skin. You have to be well grounded. You have to know what you're doing. Because what I tell people is that you really have to seek validation from yourself, not from another person. So you have to, your self-esteem must come from within and not from other people. If it comes from other people, the day they tell you that you are bad, then you are worried about it. Because guess what? You can be good for 50 years. One day of one bad can destroy everything that you've done for 50 years. But you have to also realize that if you don't understand who you are and you focus on that, your strength, people are ready to eat you up. So you have to like yourself. You have to tell yourself that you are the best version of yourself. You have to tell yourself that so that validation must come from you. So you must operate like the day they tell you that you are good, trust me, they are just human beings. So you don't take it to, like, you don't soak it in. The day you tell you that, well, you're just fair. You're just fair. So it really doesn't. And the day they tell you that you're bad, you also don't. Yeah. So because human beings are going to be like that. It's normal. You can imagine in the Bible, you've seen somebody drop manna from heaven. You've seen everything happen. And yet, you're still doubting if that same God exists. So all that is going to happen. You just have to move on and then forge ahead.
So talking about criticism, what exactly would you say is your greatest motivation?
The reason why I started in the first place, it's all about impact. What I want to achieve, the amount of people that are directly benefiting from that which you're doing, the impact in itself, and the purpose you are fulfilling as well. So that is inner joy, and that you must protect. So you have to keep going, and the biggest motivation is your why. Is what you want to achieve. Is your passion for the assignment that you have in front of you.
So you say that desire or passion is enough to start a business?
No, of course, no. Passion, desire. If it's passion and desire, then everybody should have a business now. So it's not only passion and desire. They are part of the ingredients, but so is determination and all that. But major key thing is information. Major key is information, because that's the biggest leverage that you can have. So, because starting a business in the first place, you're not going to get a lot of support, because first you are credibility deficient entrepreneur, because people have not seen what you've done before, and people tend to question your capacity. People tend to question your, just because they've not seen what you've done before. But you start small and you grow big. And the more you grow, the more validity you give to what you're doing. And the more people want to trust you, the more people want to, I can remember when Landy was going to start, and I shared the idea with almost 15 people and all of that. None of them believed in the idea. Even some, there was a lady that was supposed to be partner in the business, and she said she had a dream that the idea would work. So people are going to, come with, and if you don't know what you want to do and you're not strong enough, you are just going to give up on your dreams, on whatever you want to do. So there are different things, information, experience that you build along what you want to do. But you don't start by eating the whole elephant at once. So you start gradually. You want to go to 10 or you want to go to 100. Start with 1. Don't take it from 10. Don't take it from 50, because that can be very, 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 very disappointing. So you start small and you grow big. So is you getting as much information that you can get about what you want to do and understanding what exactly you want to disrupt in the market. What exactly you want to disrupt in the market, because business in itself is about product and service. So what product am I trying to offer? How best do I want that product to be, or how best do I want that service to be, and who are those that are going to need that product? Why will that product be different from the one that is already existing in the market? So what makes it different? Why will people prefer that product to another company's product and all of that? So in all of that, I mean, you learn a lot of lessons along the way. You will fail, but fail forward. Experience, mistakes will increase your experience. Experience will reduce your mistakes. I say this all the time because you fail forward. And that's the best way to fail forward. You will see all these obstacles. You see people that are going to, different lessons along the way. People will leave. People will come in. People will betray you. People will, all of that. So you will learn people. You will learn the environment. No matter how you are excited about your idea on paper, the real thing is get your hands dirty and get to work, because the environment, the market itself will speak to you and tell you that if the idea is, but you need to keep, developing on that idea and keep learning from, different things.
I like it to buttress on what you just said. You mentioned it to me, so I like it to clarify something.
No. Get your hands dirty means that do the work. Because you can focus too much on your ideas on paper, and you get to that point where you analyze your idea too much and you get discouraged. But do it. No experience go to waste, except you want to put it to waste. So do it. Keep doing it. No matter the fear is going to be there anyway. So, but do it afraid. You are going to be scared. You are going to be, you feel, what if this doesn't work? But guess what? Everybody have that fear, and you're always going to have it anyway. So just do it afraid. Keep doing it. Push it forward. What do you have to lose? But fail early anyway, because when you fail early, is much more better. But there's no time that you can't start.
I like how you.
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
You've come a long way, like since the beginning of the journey, and you've obviously been very intentional about your career. But what would you say, like your environment taught you, like you just happened to pick up from the environment, and you didn't know that you become very relevant, in being a businessman of this, and then you ended up being that relevant. Just something that you picked up from the environment.
Well,
you're looking to learn it, but just,
Well, it depends on what you want. It depends on what you want. The bigger your want, because they say that if wishes were horses, beggars will ride. It depends on what you want, the kind of life you want for yourself. And not everybody, the truth is that we all want the same thing actually. We all want to live the good life, we all want this, we all want that and all that. But not everybody is ready to do the work. Because the work is where the real action is. And you must see, one thing I tell people is that never be afraid to fail. And don't let failure rewire your mindset for winning. Never let failure rewire your mindset for winning. Because the moment failure rewires your mindset for winning, you are afraid to try again. you are going to be afraid to try again. So you remember that failure, and it gives you that, it makes you paranoid. It gives you that fear. But do it. Go back to it again and do it. But see, there's nothing you can't win at. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. You know, they say that the secret of champions are seen in their daily routine. See, if you train well enough, harder enough, you will beat the best fighter. Everything's about training. So there's really nothing that you attempt. See, let's take game for instance, video game. If you pick the console, or what they call it, the pad, and you try, they'll beat you. Let's say soccer game for instance, they'll beat you. Let's say FIFA or something. They beat you. Try again. They beat you. If you keep trying and you play well enough, there is what they call the law of 10,000 hours. Anything you do for more than 10,000 hours, guess what? You'll be one of the best. You'll be one of the best in that on that particular thing. So, is for you to keep doing. The environment will teach you so many things, and you have to be street smart. You have to be street smart. Yes. You have to. You will learn from everything around you. Failures of other people that have given up, people that are winning. But focus on people that are winning. You know, when I gained admission, I started with pre-degree. Yeah, so pre-degree, yes. So I remember then we got into that campus and we met a guy, and it was all, you know, and he was telling us how difficult that to pass that, you know, they call it transition. Yeah. How difficult it is to transit and all of that in their entire set of maybe about 200 people, only 30 transited. And he'd be like, wow. So that means that, so you can nurse that fear and think that thing is difficult. And I had a friend that focused so much on that, on what the guy was saying. He focused so much on what the guy was saying and all that. And but at some point, I'm like, but some people pass 30. So let me look for one of those 30 people that, that got the admission and ask them what was it they did differently? And that was the only thing I did. I had them as friends. I attended the same fellowship with them because I wanted to know nothing is difficult. You just must leverage on the information of other people. So, and that was what I did. And I gained admission. Just focusing on, they'll tell you that this is what you do, this is what you do, this is what you do. And you just do it and then, and it works for you. So never listen to people who have given up on their dreams. Listen to those who are desperate. See, we're in the same environment. Some people are giving up on their dreams and some people are winning on their dreams. It's not going to be easy. Sure. Are people doing it? Yes. You
mentioned something about being street smart. And definitely we know that as there's the street smart, there's also the book smart. Being a businessman that has gotten to this caliber in business, would you say it was being street smart that helped you, or being book smart, or a mix of both?
Now, when you say book smart, educational books or what?
Yeah, anyone. Self-help books, educational books.
See, you can be brilliant and not intelligent. So, you can graduate with first class and you have no idea how certain things work in life. And all you know is just biology. And you don't know about football, or you don't even know about, football, most people know about football, or you don't even know emotion. You're not even emotionally intelligent. You don't know, you don't have social skills. You don't have great communication skill. You don't have all of that. So being books, I won't say book smart, because you still have to focus on the things that you need to focus on. But I would say that, while I was in school, not that I didn't read all the other department books, but I had all other books I was reading. Think and Grow Rich. I started reading Donald Trump's book when I was in 200 level. Donald Trump, Richard Branson, and all of that. Because I just wanted to know how they were able to, I'll go online and then check the list of, top richest people in the world and just look for their materials online, watch some YouTube videos. I mean, YouTube wasn't this thing, but we just download ebooks, buy their books. You just read and, pick different things, different elements from. But see, the template for success is the same. Just not many people know that there's a template for it, and it's the same.
Can you share with us, please?
See, the template is we all have drive, but people have certain limitations. If I want to do something, for instance, I want to do it. No matter what you tell me, I want to do it. I would seek your counsel, because in the motto of counsel there's safety. I'll seek your counsel, but at the same time, your counsel can only help me make a better decision. But I'll still do what I want to do. So some would, because your time, what is common to all? Time. 24 hours. Common to all. Then environment. But certain things are very critical. Your relationship. People you have around you. Because you can learn from them as well. The information that you have. I'm sure that, people from the office, they know how I approach certain things. When everybody is tired, I'm not tired. That's going the extra mile. And that's what really makes a difference. Knowing that you can get this thing done, and it has to be done. This thing has to be done, and it has to be done. Because the biggest investment that you can do is investment in your mental capacity. Because that's what will give you all the results, everything you want to achieve in life. They say that, there are 3 kinds of work: mechanical work, manual work, and mental work. Which one pays more? Mental work. Manual work, you are going to work, and sweat. And you know what they say? The more you sweat, the less you earn. Mechanical work is mental work that can give you mechanical work. If you work well enough with your mind, you will get a lot of things done. You can afford the washing machine, you can afford the rice cooker, you can afford the dishwasher, and you save yourself more time. And when you use your head, because one thing is very important: decisions that we make and the choices. Decisions and choices. And the only thing that can help you make informed decisions is the amount of information that you have. If I give you 2 plus 2, you give me 4, and that's the right answer, right? But if I give someone that has never been to school 2 plus 2, the person will get it wrong, right? Why? Because it does not have the right information to process that kind of problem. So people have problems and challenges now. And the reason why they have that problem and challenge is because they don't have enough information to process how to get out from that challenge and problem. The reason why 2 plus 2 or 4 plus 4 or 10 plus 10 is not a problem to you, you are not going to sweat because you have that knowledge already. So you can solve that problem. But don't think that because 10 plus 10 is easy, it's easy for everybody. There are people, if you've never been to school, they've not given you, you didn't start with, count five, add it together. You won't know it. And you'll be laughing at them, this thing is simple. That's the way some people are now. To you, 10 million might be a problem. To make 10 million is a problem. To another person, 10 million is their daily expense. So it's the information you have that makes a difference. The knowledge you have to process. 10 million is somebody else's challenge, but 10 million is somebody else's daily expense. Just the way 10 plus 10 is easy for you to solve is the way getting 10 million is easy for another person to make. The only reason why you don't have that 10 million or you don't have that 20 million is because you don't have enough information that can build your knowledge capacity to attract that kind of. So house rent is somebody else's problem, and somebody is giving a house as a gift. So it is that's why I tell people that, even the Bible says, be transformed by the renewal of your mind. That is, your mind is the biggest, everything comes from there. Everything that you are, that you will be, comes from there. Where you are now is as a result of your mind. Where you will be in the future is as a result of your mind. So it's how to equip your mind.
So what would you say is the best advice you've ever gotten from anybody?
Best advice. I think I give myself the best advice.
Can you share some with us?
Win. Win. And when you lose, still win. Win. And when you lose, still win. And when you have that mindset, you just know that you want to die empty. Why are we here? If it's not to do big things. Whatever idea you have, you're not going to do it in heaven or hell anyway, whichever one you choose. So everything you want to be, everything you want to do, this is where you're going to do it. So do it. You are here to do big things. You're here to do big, so I want to do big things. Does it come with sacrifice? Yes, of course. You probably, some people get home every day and, they just put on African Magic and, enjoy themselves with, and they're still going to pay rent anyway. So, but they have, they're enjoying themselves. And some people get home, meetings upon meetings till probably 1 a.m. and all that, you're doing meetings. The sacrifice is different.
Interesting. So how do you balance your work life and personal life?
I balance my, I really don't have problem balancing.
What would you say is your favorite activity to ground yourself? Because you're always so busy.
So, not like I'm balancing everything now, but I intend to still balance things. But now, this is why I'm saying that is, I've always, been a, that kind of person that I want to plan. So I think at some point I want to, I really don't enjoy working for life, no. But maybe I'll share that some other day. Where you build capacity for passive income, and then you earn from your passive income, and then you just chill. But I still enjoy myself anyway. I watch a lot of movies. Not a lot of people know I watch movies. Because people just think, you work. I can't, if I tell you how many movies, you'll be shocked. But because movies help me relax, I like to host people as well. Host people, have great conversations with friends, laugh, and all of that. But you don't need every hour in the week to be busy. The only thing you see out of all your 24 hours and all that is only 20% of it that is productive. The rest, you're just chilling around. Yeah, you're just vibing. Yeah. So it's really not that you have to, you have to do everything. No, I take time, I watch movies and all that, chill with friends, have a good laugh, talk about great stuff, talk about things that we want to achieve, motivate ourselves, challenge ourselves, inspire ourselves and all of that. But I watch movies, a lot of it, actually. A lot of it.
Movies, do you have any favorite movies?
No. I can't even. In fact, when I watch movies, I don't even check the title. So I just watch them. So But I like intelligent movies and all of that. But I really don't keep titles in my head. But I know that I watch movies.
Okay, so for young people, basically, and what would be your advice to somebody like us that will really, because you've worked to an extent that, okay, even if you're trying to get information, it's not like when you're just starting. So how would you, what would you advise us when it comes to putting all of these things in place, like balancing it?
So, I feel that people take for maybe my age range, or maybe the Gen Zs and all that, take a lot of things for granted. And what are those things? Mentorship. Mentorship is not necessarily going to somebody and say, be my mentor. No, that's not the way it works. Because can't imagine somebody coming to me and say, be my mentor. Already, just the word of be my mentor alone scares me. I feel, okay, I have to give you my time, I have to, all of that and all of that. But you can learn from people from afar. You can learn from people just being around them. You can learn from people just volunteering for some things. And then you can learn from them that way. But these are things that people take for granted nowadays. Mentorship, people rather go on social media and put their life there and then get all sort of rubbish advice from people that have not even, been in half of what they are going through and all of that. So mentorship is very important. Mentorship for the right reason. Because people think that mentorship is about somebody that can give you money. As a matter of fact, you should give to your mentor. Either your time and all of that, not necessarily money. So mentorship and the right association. People take that for granted as well. If you move with dogs, you begin to behave like a dog. If you move with lions, you begin to behave like a lion. So it depends on your close group. I have never been with people that are not inspiring. I don't like it. When I was in school, people say, oh, this guy is proud. This guy, no, we're not going the same way. I only move with those that I know that we're going the same direction. So if I don't go to club, that does not mean that people that are going to club are doing what is wrong, but that is just their own part. So if I choose going to fellowship instead, that's just my part, and there's nothing wrong with in doing that. And if I choose to go to the football field, that's just so. Everybody have their, you have your clique, but you just must understand yourself well enough to know people that you need along the journey. I think that for me, I was able to identify that very early. So moving with people of like minds, people that can inspire you, people that can. So, but it's very critical that people understand that the right association is key. You can't see. It can destroy you and it can make you. People really don't pay attention to these things. The Bible says iron sharpened iron. It's not, that's just the way it is. So you must, and they don't have to be many. You just must move with, if you move with people that are doing Aristo and all of that, I mean, that's what, I don't even know what the word is now. Because Aristo was what we used to call them back then. But I don't know what the word is now. But if you move with them and you see that, maybe just one going out gives them 500,000, you also be inspired, and then you go out with them, and then that will be your own trajectory as well. But if you also move with people that are career oriented, who are very ambitious, who want to grow in their career, and who want to be the best at what they do and all that, that will also be your trajectory. So it depends on what you want and the means at which you want to get what you want. Some want to be rich, and the way they know that they can be rich is through doing what is negative, stealing other people's things, money ritual, and all this funny stuff that we see on social media, or doing internet fraud and all of that. So different ways, but you just must identify what align with your values, the things that align with your values, because your value will determine the type of people that you have in your. If you move people that are not inspiring, if you move people that are not ambitious, you will not be ambitious. Because anytime you want to be ambitious, they are the first people that will tell you, come on now, easy. Fingers are not equal. You think that okay, what that person is doing is this thing. You are not like them. Oh. So they want to keep you in that circle.
So,
You know.
I've always been willing to ask you this.
Yes.
I know. I mean, it's quite clear. Everybody is quite successful. I mean, you're successful and all of that. But
I'm still on that journey.
yes. Yes, sir. Yeah. So my question is tending towards that. So, has there ever been a point where you're just like, oh, I'm tired. Like, I'm just tired. Like, maybe stress or you're stressed or something. Or, I don't know. Maybe pressure or. But has there ever been a period? And if yes, what do you do to come out of it? Like, how do you bounce back?
Have I ever been tired? Yes, many times. Many times. Tired to the point where you feel, I think I've done enough. Let me just chill. Yes, I've had a lot of moments like that. Am I still going to have moments like that? I think so. Because the bigger you want to achieve, the bigger the things you have to do. So, and those things are going to be challenging. It's not just going to be, you are not just going to, do abracadabra and then make those things happen. You have to do the work. So I have moments like that. I've had several moments like that, alone time, where I just feel tired. I feel discouraged. I feel, you feel nothing is, you're just, you're doing way too much. And that can also be because you also want to do certain things. I've had moments like that. But how have I been able to? I think what gets you out most of the time, or what gets me out most of the time, is the fact that is purpose driven. I feel there's an assignment, and the way I see it is this: depends on what you want to achieve. If you want to be the next governor of your state, or you want to be the president of Nigeria, that's your ambition, right? It's an ambition. The work you will do is different from the work that somebody that wants to be a local government chairman will do. You will be more vulnerable to attack. You will have to, be very diplomatic. You have to, if that's what you want. So people drop at different stages of ambition. If the biggest thing you want is just to have a house and have a car, when you have it, then that's it. So people drop at different stages of ambition. Just the way the only ambition they have is just to finish NYSC and just get a job, and they stop there. They never try to grow in their career. They never try to outdo themselves. They never try to, improve and even be the best at that thing that they're doing, or even get different levels. So you are going to have those moments, but when you have those moments, you must remember the reason why you why you started in the first place. So when you remember, and you remember the amount of, because the truth is that even when you have those moments, naturally, because you are wired with all those things, you find yourself in the game again. So, but it's more about the assignment, because that's the way I see it. The assignment. Because what I believe in, I was going to say this. So, what I believe in is that in every generation, people hand over the baton. And the baton is handed over to the most prepared. All the entertainment entertainment guys that you have now, 20 years ago, who are the guys reigning? 10 years ago, who are the guys in the game? There were times that you had Baba Frayo. I think he sang Dengo de Po, Dengo de Dengue, Dengo de... And that was the heat of the moment. The time you had I am Madam Food Driver, and then that was the dance of the moment. Have you asked yourself that when the whole war was, going on, Danfo Driver and all of that, African China and all of that, where the likes of Wizkid, Davido that we have now, Ashake, and all those guys, what do you think they were doing at that time? Guess what? Everything takes process. They've been in, maybe from school music, from this thing, they've been in, because nothing just happened. Because what people call luck is, preparation means opportunity. There must be a preparation. That phase where nobody will see you. What Gabriel is doing now is, starting way back school. So there's that moment of preparation that nobody will see you, and somebody is at the center stage. When the likes of Baba Suwe, they're in the center stage, what do you think the guys that we have now, what do you think we're doing? The Deyemi, Chidimokeme and all that. You see, at your own preparation stage, somebody is at the center stage, taking a shine. But at the same time, baton will always be handed over. 20 years ago, we're hearing the likes of Aliko now. It wasn't Aliko we're hearing. It wasn't Adenuga. It wasn't Otedola. It wasn't all the guys that we. There was no Tony. There was no Ebert. There was none of those guys. They were somewhere preparing, ready to take over. Now you're hearing their name. In the next 10 years, where are you going to take over from? Somebody is at the center stage now. In the next 10 years, in the next 20 years, where are you going to take over from? Because in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 20 years, somebody is going to be in the center stage of what you are currently doing right now. And that aspiration that you have, that desire that you have, that ambition that you have, somebody is going to be in the center stage. But guess what? Whoever will be in the center stage will be the biggest risk taker. The biggest risk taker, the most prepared, and the most ambitious for it. So whatever you want to be in the next 10 years, whatever you want to be in the next 20 years, somebody is that thing currently right now. Your dreams, your whole ambition is a representation of somebody right now. Somebody is living your dream right now. But one day, it will be your own turn. But when is your turn? See, there are some people that it's already their turn, but they are not aware. And they were not prepared. Whatever you are not prepared for, you will not be aware when the opportunity comes. Because there is no preparation. And that's the way these things work. So we'll see you at the next episode.